Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. ItsMaegansLife, and today I've got this nice cut crease. I've been doing a lot with colors lately, so it's nice blue with a little like aquamarine teal in the corner, a little smoked out lower lash line, you know, paintings. So if you want to see how I got this look, just keep on watching. Okay guys, so I'm starting with one eye already done. I filled it in. Y'all, if y'all know how to do brows by now, I can't help you with the tutorial because I struggle too. Okay, cool. Brows done. I've got it cleaned up with some concealer. I'm gonna go in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer. This one's in the shade Toffee, and we're gonna just put that on the brow or on the lid. And with my Juvia's Place Masquerade mini Masquerade palette, and I'm gonna start in my crease with the shade Burkino, this brown right here, on a nice fluffy blending brush, adding it very lightly. I want to build up the opacity. I'm not going in really harsh. Next, I'm going in with the shade Zulu, and I'm going to use like a little pencil brush, pointy pencil brush. It's really thick from LA Girl, and I'm gonna go in there and I'm trying to deepen my crease a little bit more. Going back in with the same brush that I used Burkino with, and there's no extra product on here. I'm just blending out Zulu into the shade. Both eyes look like they match, so I'm going to cut the crease. And I can't talk whilst I cut my crease. It's just, if you can do it, you're a superhero. I'm not. I'm just a normal human being, so we're gonna cut the crease. I'm gonna take my shader brush from e.l.f. and I'm gonna go into Dahlia, which is this really pretty blue shade up here. Okay, now that I have the shape that I'm going for now, I'm gonna go into the same palette and I'm gonna use Zola, which is this really nice like aquamarine, tealish. Well, this is more aquamarine. This is more like tealish, lighter, pretty shade. And I'm just gonna put that right here in my inner corner. And not only am I packing it into my inner corner, I am dragging it like into the blue shade, so that is a nice seamless transition. And that's it. I'm gonna pop on some lashes. I'm using Ardell Wispies. I think these are the these are the Wispies. And we'll move on from there. I wanted to talk to you guys about Love is Blind. Have you seen the show? If you haven't seen the show, maybe you want to like mute this video. Don't click out of it because I still need the views. Thank you. But if you want to mute the video because I might be saying some things that are spoilers for you. But I really want to talk about Love is Blind. What do you guys think of Love is Blind? Is that your jam? Is that not your jam? Would you ever do a show like Love is Blind or any of these like marriage shows? Because there's a couple of things that I picked up from the show. And I just wanted to talk about it quickly. I'm gonna buff it in with this brush. So the show Love is Blind, the premise is you are meeting your supposed soulmate in these pods or in these rooms, and you can't see the person. And so you go through this like whole interview process, and you talk about your deal breakers, you talk about your like what you want in a family and a lifestyle and stuff like that, and see if you guys agree. And if you guys agree, the conversation, the banter's going great, you agree to like, or you know, you fall in love. And those quotes are important. You fall in love, and then you get engaged, and after I believe 24 hours after you're engaged, then you can go ahead and like see the person for the first time, see who you have officially connected to. And so I like the premise of it. I don't think I personally don't think Love is Blind. I have always been a sapiosexual, but even then, like, you can stimulate me mentally, and then if you're not looking like a painting, like, where are we going? What are we doing? You know, love is not love. The idea of Love is Blind, I like, but love is not truly blind, not for most people in this world. So anyways, a lot of the couples struggled with that. Our favorite, Lauren and Cameron, the struggle wasn't initially like, oh, he's not attractive, because Cameron's fine and Lauren is fine, but the struggle was, it was now an interracial thing, and that was her first time really venturing outside of her race to date anybody, which, to be fair, is a very like scary thing if that's not something you've like done previously. It can be a bit jarring. I haven't dated outside of my race. I guess I've dated outside of my ethnicities a lot, but not my race. And so I could see her trepidation, because you still hear people like calling you all kinds of like bed wenches and all kinds of just being purely disrespectful. And then you move on to a couple like Jessica and Mark, who they had a connection in the beginning, and then she had another connection with another man. She let Mark go. She realized that other man was just not gonna cut it for her, because he was interested in like other women. And then she kind of like settled on Mark, and this is what the point I'm trying to get to is, she settled on Mark because I really believe a lot of people are ready for a wedding, like the celebration, and not a marriage. If that previous statement is shocking to you, you might want to rethink some things in life. Okay, well, that's dramatic, but you get my point. A lot of people are just ready to like, I want to get married. Oh my God, I'm going to get married. You want to get married. You want to buy the white dress. You want to have the entrance dance out. You know, I want to shaku shaku, you know, all those things. But in reality, it took me a very long time to be ready for actual marriage. Like the thing that's going to last 20, 30 years down the line, 40, 50, 60 years, children, grandchildren, buying a house, finances, somebody that pees and leaves the toilet seat up repeatedly for the rest of, you know what I mean, like intricacies that you're ready for. Okay. Give me a second. And then you have the other couple, Diamond and Carlton. And I think what Carlton did was completely inexcusable. There is no way that you should not disclose your sexual preferences to somebody before an engagement. Now, I know, right, the show is kind of like short. I mean, the premise of it is short, right, because you want to get to like the wedding, and there's not enough time to like really get to know somebody 100%. I mean, like, there's even family members that you don't know 100%, but in a situation like that where you're going all in, I think before he decided to get engaged to Diamond, because I mean, you've got a couple of weeks, right? And you signed up for the show, so you knew what you were battling against. I would have been like, hey, I don't know what your deal breakers are, because for some people, dating someone that is bisexual is a deal breaker. For some people, it's not. Everybody should have the choice to choose, like, I want to do it, I don't want to do it, or I've never done it before, yes, I'm willing to do it. Let the person like mull over the decision, because you don't know their whole background, if this person's like family is gonna be more involved in the relationship. Like, you just don't know. And I don't think hiding anything, like if you had kids, if he had like a previous marriage and stuff like that, or even like Jessica and not Jessica and Matt, Amber and Barnett, like her not telling you that she had like student loan debt until like a couple weeks before the wedding. Like, you just don't hide like big deal things like that. And so that's one of the things I learned from Love is Blind, is you have to be completely honest and be ready for rejection. A lot of people on this show, I feel like, were at the stage where they wanted a wedding and not necessarily a marriage, because honestly, some of these things are things you could work through. Like, okay, he's bisexual. I've never dated somebody that's bisexual. Granted, she had every right to walk away because he was very disrespectful at that pool. Very, okay, sir? Very. Talking about your wig is slipping back. Rude. anyways, she had every right to like walk away. And I'm glad that she walked away because I really feel like she was going to try to like understand and make it work. At least that's what I got from it. Barnett clearly is still married to Amber, so you know they're figuring out their finances. But I think like finances is like a huge deal, like holy moly. And then we get to like Damien and Gigi. First of all, Gigi is a whole mood. She is a mood. She is a vision board. She is everything. Like she's so like sure of herself, and to be that young, well, she's not like super young, but to still be like completely sure of yourself is not something you see a lot of people do. And that's, you know, she talks about coming from like a strong family background, and you know, and she's a hustler and she knows how to get things done and stuff like that. And all these people on these shows were pretty successful in their fields of choice, except for Miss Amber, but she was unemployed at the time, so they just kept saying she was an ex-machine something something. So I don't know what she's doing now. The only person I really follow after this show is Lauren and Cameron, so I don't know. But Gigi and Damien, their problem was like her personality, right? And her being very like loud, and he's coming from a more like demure background, and like she was like, okay, like I'm a loud person. What she said, the sex comment about like, you ever notice how you say I'm the best sex you've ever had? You ever notice how I've never said that? I was like, oh, shade. I remember watching that with my mama. My mom was like, yeah. Oh man, that's the whole, first of all, y'all go watch Love is Blind. That whole show is a whole mood. I love it so much, but there are some really key things to take away from that show. Number one being love is truly not blind. The physical aspect has and will always play a big role for everybody. Now, you could learn to grow feelings. I think that was the idea of the show, is that you could learn to grow feelings because these people you've had an emotional connection with, so to speak. And I think, first of all, it's a TV show, so to do an actual successful experiment, to have a higher chance of success, you had to be together for a very long time. Kind of like what Married at First Sight does, where the couples are together for like, I mean, you get married the day of, and then you want to get married, now you're married, now you have to figure out how to make life work with this spouse that was chosen for you, and signs and technology says y'all are a match. Married at First Sight, I feel like they do a little bit better, where it's like you get everything straight on, the emotional connection, so to speak. Oh, the emotional connection builds, but you get the physical aspect, get that out the way. But with Love at First Sight, or Love is Blind, the emotional aspect, which I think is more important than the physical, and that's just me. Like I said, if I connect with you emotionally but physically you're not there, we're not going anywhere. I'm so sorry, we're not. But to take the physical aspect does make sense, because it does make you question some things like, am I really that shallow? Like, yes, you really are that shallow. A lot of people don't realize how shallow they are. Like, it took me a while for me to realize sometimes. I'm like, well, yeah, he must have muscles. It's not a must, but it'd be really nice if he had muscles, you know? Like, you like what you like. And once you like what you like, it's hard to change what you like. Period. Like, when Jessica saw Mark, first of all, Jessica should have left the show when Barnett left her. Like, Elsie just was like, peace out. Jessica should have done the same thing, but she went back to the past talking about, babe, it wasn't me, it was all him, I swear, and I have feelings for you. Like, you, at that point, she had to sell herself, because when she first broke up with Mark, she wasn't like deciding. It wasn't like I'm trying to juggling between these two men. No, it was, nah, Mark, I don't like you. I really like Barnett. But Barnett was like, nah, sis, you're just one of three, you know? But yeah, you like what you like. You can't change what you like. So don't ever settle in anything. In life, in general, don't settle. But especially when it comes to like relationships and stuff, like, why are you settling? If this is somebody you're willing to spend the rest of your life with in a different capacity that you do with like your friends and your family, Why are you settling? It's the rest of your life. You don't know how long you're gonna live. You might outlive that person might outlive you, but why am I settling? For a reason. No. It's never worth it. And then I had another point. Don't settle. Physical aspects do matter a lot. Excuse me. Well, yeah, you have to be open-minded. With most things, I feel like the older, which I was always pretty much open-minded for most of my life, but the older I got, the more I'm becoming like more and more open-minded. The more I like spend time, that was weird. The more I spend time with like other cultures and stuff and realize there are more similarities than differences in this world. You just have to be open-minded. Like you gain a lot more when you can see things from other people's perspective. And so I like, that's kind of what I picked up from the show as well, is you have to be open-minded. Yes, I'm going to have an emotional connection, but I don't know who this person is. Like, is it Shrek across the door? Is it Prince Charming? Is it, what's the Lord, whatever guy's name from Shrek? I put his picture right here. Is it that guy that I'm falling in love with? You don't know, because a lot of times we've created a picture of what we want in our minds. And sometimes that picture is just not it. It's just not what you're going to get. You either now have to choose, am I settling on that picture, or am I willing to work with what I have? Now, is the people that didn't find marriages on the show, are they going to never find love? No. I commend, especially like Kelly and Kenneth Kelly, there was really no problem. I was a little, like, slightly shocked at the wedding day when Kelly was like, no. Because I feel like that's something like we would have seen in the show. I don't know what changed her mind, what didn't change her mind, what came in play for her, because their parents hit it off. I don't think, at least from the episodes I saw, I don't know, I don't really pay attention when I'm watching TV. I'm always on my phone. But I don't remember, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, I don't remember seeing like a huge fight between them or anything like that, or even like a disagreement really. So at the wedding day when sis was like, nah, not it, I was like, okay. And uncle was like, okay, cool, see you when I see you. And you know, they both, like, on the reunion talked about how that was the best decision for everybody. And I do think everybody made the right decision, because there's no point in settling. Like Jessica, I think contractually they were obligated to go through with the up until the wedding day, and which I don't understand why they would like say their vows or say whatever they wrote for each other, and then like time to say I do, that's when you say I don't. Like when Damon was like, I don't, I was like, oh, like that's so heartbreaking, because you have expressed love for me, you have expressed, ooh, look at that glow, you have expressed care for me, you have expressed feelings for me. A lot of them were living together, all of them really, except for Lauren and Cameron, because Lauren, my G, was like, I need my spaces. And I feel you on that. I feel you on that. I pray that I am blessed with somebody that realizes I need my space. I love you, but I need my space. Like, I want to have physical intimacy at my own time. And I'm talking about like non-sexual intimacy, clearly, duh. But you know, somebody that realizes like this person loves me, but this is just a nice transition. And I also respect the fact that Lauren has clearly successfully transitioned, because we're all hanging with the Hamiltons these days. Come on. Yeah, so don't settle, and you have to make things work. This is your bed that you chose to make. Homie, you're gonna have to lie in that bed, okay? Lay down, go to bed in that bed, okay? Because you are the one that decided to go on that show. And if any of y'all ever end up on that show, or any of these like social experiment shows, and you don't think of like possible outcomes that could tell you no, what's the point of doing it? Like, you have to go in with an open mind, refusing to settle, obviously, because they're, you know, you might not find a mate on the show. They had how many men and how many women, and there were only 4 or 5 couples that came out, and only 2 of the couples are married. Like, if it's for you, it's for you. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Don't settle. Have an open mind always. Know what you want and go for it. You have to make things work and be honest. Be honest. Don't lie to nobody. Why you lying? Why you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop lying. All right, let me go. I'm gonna pop on some blush from my e.l.f. palette, just like a wee bit of blush. I always swirl these 3 here. Dust up the excess and just a light little swoopity doop doop, shippity pop pop boop. Just that. I'm going to spray my face and I'll come back to end the video. Okay, you guys, this is the final look. I just did my same old lip combo, lip liner. Actually, you guys haven't seen this combo. So a brown lip liner, I put this one on the NYX Lingerie. This one's in Butter, and then the NYX Butter Gloss and Angel Food Cake, and you can look like this. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on Love is Blind. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Have you even seen it yet? Did I just ruin it for you? I hope not. It's a really great show. Team Lauren Cameron, Team Arnett Amber, because Amber fought for her man, y'all. I don't care what nobody said. Amber was not phased. She said, the Holy Spirit told me this, my man. That's not what she said, but that's how she acted. I was like, okay, girl, go get your man. But this is the final look. I hope you guys like it. I'm gonna zoom you guys in. I did add a little bit of color under my and it's just the darkest shade in my blush palette. I added it under my lower lash line because I looked a little dead and I didn't like it. But this is the final look. I hope you guys like it. If you recreate, oh, we're not focused. Can we get together? Get it? There we go. Okay. If you recreate this look, let me know. If you like it, let me know too. Okay. And I love you all, and I'll see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.